So next we are going to study about advantages of cloud computing. So three things we have to study. First is advantages of cloud computing, means benefits of cloud computing. Then we will study disadvantages of cloud computing, some limitations of cloud computing, and then we will discuss the applications of cloud computing. So let's start with the advantages, means benefits. Cloud computing has numerous benefits, numerous advantages. Some advantages are like this. Low on cost. First, when we were using the traditional method of web hosting, we had to buy a big space. Either we are using it or not using it, we have to pay for a particular year. But in this cloud computing, it is scalable. Suppose we need more space, we can increase. Suppose we need less space, we can decrease. This is pay per use model, pay as you go model. It can drastically bring down the expenditure of the company. Suppose previously we are spending 10,000 rupees on cloud infrastructure. Now we are spending 1,000 only. Because whenever we need, we can increase. Whenever we don't need, we can decrease. So company's expenditure and requirement money is saved. Big saving of money. It also significantly cuts down the cost of setting up cloud infrastructure. Means if the company wants to set up cloud infrastructure in the company, then they have to buy big hard drives and then they have to connect it to the internet with a very good connection. So running on-site data center, means data center in the company only. We do not need to do that. We can buy it from a third party. So it will be also reducing our cost if we are a new company. The company also saves a lot by not spending on any hardware or any software, because everything is provided by the web hosting company. And the cost which is generally occurred for buying server space, for going for electric supply, for maintaining the data center, for managing the hardware personnel, expert personnel for the infrastructure, we are not spending on this. So we are not buying any hardware for making data center in our company. We are not buying this space for servers. We are not buying the electric supply. We are not paying for the personals who are working. Whenever we will need, we can get the service directly from the cloud. So for small and medium sized companies, cloud computing is 40 times most cost effective than in-house server. Means buying a server, big server in our company and maintaining it will be 40 times more costly than going for cloud computing. So we can easily go for cloud computing. Next is increased productivity. Cloud computing eliminates the need for tasks. For example, racking and stacking of hardware and software and other IT management tasks. So it means that you have to hire at least 3 to 4 people for managing the hardware of the server in the company. Then they will be uh, racking the hardware one hard drive over the other. Okay, they will be putting the hard drives in the big data center. Then they are managing the software also, and so many other IT management tasks they will be doing. It will take a lot of time. Your regular person who is working in the company, at least for 15 to 20 minutes he will be going to a data center, checking the data center if it is working or not. So it will take a lot of time. So it will reduce the productivity of the personnel or the employee of the company. If we are giving all of these services to a cloud company, so we don't have to bother about this service. We will be spending our time on the company's work only. So this gives the IT team more time to focus on the productive business goal, means on the software that they are working, their work. Speed. Most of the cloud services we know are available on demand. Okay, and they are self-service. Suppose I want to get it, I can get it directly. We do not need to tell the company. Suppose I am buying this from Amazon Web Services, I don't need to tell Amazon Services I want to increase the space. No, automatically we can ourselves, self-service, we can ourselves increase the space, no problem, because we know the company knows that whatever they will use, they will pay in future. So large volumes of resources can be provided within seconds on the click of mouse. Just click and your space will increase. Suppose right now we have about 10 GB. So now we need 15 GB more. So I will just click and I will be getting 25 GB. So this gives the client, the company who has bought the space, server space, a lot of flexibility. You don't need to tell the company that I want to buy, then they will give space, then they will give you condition, yes, yes, you can go for that. It will take so much time. So it increases the speed of the working. Next thing is this cloud service is available all over the world. So suppose I want to buy data center in America also I can buy it. So cloud computing services allow the elastic scalability. Means on a global scale, on a large scale worldwide you can do this. Suppose you need to increase your space, scale your space, you can increase. If you want to decrease, you can decrease. So it provides the right amount of computing resources to the company as and when required from any location all over the world. Suppose I was an employee of a company and I was working in Gaya, and then I went to America, and there I got to know that I have to increase the space. We have some more data need to space, data need to be saved online. So I do not need to contact my company in Gaya and then telling them no. It is available all over the world because it is connected to the internet. So there also I can increase the space. So correct geographic locations all over the world it is available. Enhanced performance. A majority of cloud services are run by very good companies, a very good global network of secure data centers. Most of the data centers are managed by very big companies like Amazon. So very good service they provide. These are upgraded to latest computer technologies. Suppose previously we were using an outdated hard drive. Now when they will see that a new hard drive have come that is very good, very fast, so they will directly upgrade. It will not be an old system, old hardware going again and again. No. These companies directly upgrade to latest thing if it comes. This has so many advantages over single company data center, where if you have bought a hardware, suppose in my home I have bought a hardware, so then I will at least spend 10 years on that hard disk. So it will become slow, but I will be working on that only. So if the company are managing data centers for them, so they will buy infrastructure or hardware for a very long time, at least 10 years. It will reduce the performance of the company. But if you will go for cloud services, regularly they are increasing their services. So they reduce network latency for applications, and they provide greater economies of scale, means enhanced performance. Applications will work fast. Security. If you are buying all the hardware in your company only, then you have to spend so much huge amount of money in buying the hardware, then IT personnel, then wire and everything, then connection, and one more thing, you have to pay for the antivirus, for you have to pay for the firewall, you have to buy firewall, so many things you have to do, and still it will be not that much updated. But if you will buy a service of any company which is providing cloud, it will be more secure because they will be having the best security feature in them. So policies, technologies and controls which are provided by cloud service providers are the best. They strengthen the security of the company. It protects their app, their data and their infrastructure. Everything is protected. Very good security is provided. Reliability. You can rely on cloud computing. We can be ensured of cloud computing that we will be able to do our work. Cloud computing allows you to easily take backup of your data online. If any disaster happens, suppose data got deleted or the hardware got failed, okay, in that condition there are always chances of recovery because they always have data backup. So one copy they always create. So you can easily continue your business. So business is totally continued. No stopping of the business because of hardware failure or any other problem. This is possible because data is mirrored at many sites on the cloud provided network, means multiple copies are created. Suppose I saved one file on cloud, so they created one copy as a backup so that if by chance I delete it, they will give it to me when I will need it. That's very good advantage of cloud computing. Some disadvantages of cloud computing. Cloud computing, as other sciences and other technology, they have some disadvantages or limitations or problems also. Cloud computing has its own share of risks, own share of disadvantages, own share of limitations, own share of problems. Some disadvantages of cloud computing are dependency on network connection. If you have the data center in your company, you can just attach one wire with your computer and one wire with your server, with your hard disk, and you can use it. But when you are going for cloud service, you totally depend on internet connection, 4G connection, 5G connection, because the cloud provider is there in America, and if there is any failure of internet, you will not be able to get it. So there is so much dependency on network connection or internet connection. To reap rich dividends, means to get our data from cloud computing, the company must always have an internet connection, either in Gaya, villages, Patna, anywhere, wherever you are, you need to have internet connection to access the services. To send and retrieve data and files to the server and from the server, internet connection is required. Internet service outage. If you are not having internet connection, suppose you went to a village and from there you want to work, you cannot work because internet service is not there. So it will pose a big challenge. Thus, internet connection should be available constantly with a good speed. Then only you will be able to use the cloud services without failing. Loss of control. You have given your data to any other company, so you do not have control over your data. Data is secure, but one more company is having control now. A third party is controlling your data. The company has to trust that third party, has to trust the cloud service provider to take care of their data. Data is very important nowadays. So the responsibility of securing the network from hacking and securing the data from hacking or someone else getting access to it, is this responsibility is between the cloud service provider and the company. Company has given all of this responsibility to the cloud service provider, so they are totally responsible. The company assumes, the company which is buying the cloud service, they assume that the service provider of the cloud service, they maintain data center, good data center and server with so much care. It will not happen that it will get burned, the whole data will get burned, the whole hard disk will get burned. Data don't get burned, hard disk gets burned, or no physical failure will occur. Also, data centers and servers are compliant and secured online. It is also very important. And secured physically also, means in data centers we have to maintain good security, otherwise someone will come inside and they will trash all the hard drives. So physical security and online security both are important, and this is not in your control, this is on control of the company which is giving you service. Security. There have been cases of cloud hacking in the recent past. So it shows that the technology is not as safe and as secure as they claim. Sensitive information about the company, client business can fail into the hands of the cloud hackers. So it is very tough to maintain security. We can rely on big companies, but sometimes these companies also have hacking problem. It is difficult to determine which cloud service provider is most trustworthy so that we can give our data to them. Technical issues. Technical issues are also there in cloud service. And these technical issues, suppose you are not able to get the data, there is some technical issue with the company which is providing you the cloud service, so you cannot fix it. It cannot be fixed by the client. In such cases, the client, the company which is using the service, has to approach the technical help center of the service provider, cloud service provider. For example, Zoom is not working, Zoom is having problems, so I will be contacting Zoom, then I can get access to that. So not all service providers of cloud services have round the clock technical support. Suppose the cloud server provider is in America, so when it is night in India, you will get the service there in America. That time they have day. So 24/7 services are not provided technical support. So round the clock is not provided. So at night they are at night and you are in day. So you are working and you are having any problem, you are calling them, they are picking the call. One more thing is limited feature. So many features are limited. Limitations on bandwidth, how much speed you can get. If you have direct connection, you can get very fast speed. Storage space is also limited. AWS is providing you a limited, means you can scale suppose from 10 GB to 15 GB, but if you want to get direct 1000 to 1000 GB at the same time, they cannot provide you at the same time. They will ask you to wait for some time, they will add some more in hardware. So storage space is also one problem. Accessibility provided by the service provider, how much you can access your data, because other companies are also having their data on that same cloud service, or they may charge extra for premium services for extra space also. For example, Google Drive right now is providing you a limited amount of space, online cloud space, for free, but after that you have to pay for the premium one if you want to go for more space. Okay, so very big space is needed. For every 600 smartphone or 150 tablet, a new cloud server has to be added. So you can see how much space is needed. While choosing a cloud service provider, the user must find out if the service provider has required some accreditations. For good company, we go for ISO certified. We get some certifications of the government for checking about the company. Okay. So many government agencies are there which give several certifications and accreditations to the products that we buy, the products that we eat. Likewise, there are some accreditations and certifications like ISO, PCI DSS for the cloud service providers also. So that you have to see. Then only you will get a good service provider. Some big names are there like Amazon Web Services. They are good at it, but sometimes they also fail. Applications of cloud computing. We talked about it in the previous also, where we are using it for saving data, for running our application. So many work they are doing for us. Some important applications of cloud computing are, means uses of cloud computing. It builds, deploys and scales our application, either web application, mobile application or computer application. So whole application programming interface, means the interface on which we write the code for making the app, is provided online, and we can create our app, we can run our app, we can test our app, we can deploy, means always we can put it online, means in the cloud atmosphere. Right now you can see school tree is totally deployed on cloud. You can have access of it anytime. So the software is actually running on the internet, running on the cloud. So they provide you all the applications or interfaces for doing these things. It builds and tests the application. I told you just before, sometimes before, that we can create the application, write the code also online, and we can run the application online. We can also test it online in a more cost effective and time effective manner using the cloud infrastructure. It helps in storing data, taking backup of data, means making multiple copies of data, And recovering the data if we need means downloading the data, getting it back. It helps in taking informed decision by combining data from various sources. In our company, if we want to do something on the data, we do not have any software, but these cloud services provide you so many software to work on the data. Like they provide some artificial intelligence based software, some machine learning based software, ML based software that you can use. It also helps to connect with the audience anytime, anywhere. You can stream your audio, your video live at the same time because of cloud computing. It embeds intelligence to engage clients and gain useful insights from the captured data. Using artificial intelligence, you can get so much information from the data. They deploy data scientists to work on your data and give you good information. So they embed artificial intelligence and they engage the clients to get good information from this captured data. This was all about the cloud computing. Thank you.